Terrell-A-Vision, Terrell-A-Vision, Terrell-A-Vision. Clap your hands now. Terrell-A-Vision, 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 Terrell-A-Vision.
I know what you better do. You better take that trash out.
Hello, audience, and welcome to another episode of Terrell-A-Vision. Tests. Standardized tests. Now, there is a difference from a test and a standardized test. A test is what I usually talk about on Terrell-A-Vision, right? If you do bad, your score goes down. If you do good, your score goes up. But a standardized test is a different phenomenon in itself. And I don't like it. At all. For starters, they have no letter grade. There's not really a big problem with that. I just like seeing like A, B, or a C on one of my tests. Instead, they have like exceeds, proficient, meets, below average, Terrell, caveman, idiot, short bus, stupid, right? That's how it goes down. Another reason why I hate standardized tests is because it takes too much time. In a normal class period, usually like 50 minutes, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, right? Right. So you walk in, sit down, get the test, finish it in like 45 minutes, and then you do whatever you have to do afterwards, right? A perfect system. But now, what they have is they'll sit you down, and then you have 3.5 hours to finish your test. And you can't do anything afterwards. Like, you can read a book or draw, but if I finish my test in an hour, I'm not gonna read a freaking book for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I need my phone. I'm not saying that's the only way to entertain yourself. I'm just saying that's the best way. I also don't like how you have to be 100% silent for a full 3.5 hours, because I know that's the normal standard when it comes to tests, right? Don't talk or else you get a 0 on your test. But in this one, they really don't mean a peep. Like in a normal test, if one student in like the very back were to just teacher wouldn't bat an eye. But during a standardized test, just a sneeze. But bless you. And you know what I dislike the most? It's how you can't change your actual in-class score with this. A teacher can give you a freaking 2-question quiz, true or false. Both of the questions are, is the question true or false? And you can miss both questions, and the test can be for 40 points, and you can just bomb the class and never get it back up, right? But when you take this, like, 100-something question test, they give you 3.5 hours on it, so I assume it's like a huge number of questions, right? They give you this huge test, and nothing. Just a word that describes how good you did on it. Nothing actually. My school caught on to this, and now they thought of something. If you get a meets on one of the tests, for whatever class that meets is for, you'll get 4% added to your grade. If you get it exceeds, you'll get 0.6 added to your grade. 6 and 4. Really? 6 or 4 points. That's extra credit. And extra credit's just like an extra 5 problems added on. Not another 3.5 hour long test. But they also have this different thing, right? They have this different thing. Let's say that you're failing a class, right? And you get a meets or exceeds on the standardized test. Okay? If that happens, then your grade goes from an F to just a passing grade. That does not help me. That's not my situation, right? I am educated. And right now, my grades are not looking as educated as they should. But I'm not stupid. So I don't have just straight F's in all my classes. So this whole thing isn't gonna help me. And my school has this thing, right? I'm not sure where, or why, or when they decided to put this in place. But instead of putting in the 6% and the 4% before report cards come out. They do it all after summer. So the report card that you get at the end of the year will be based off of what you got before the 6% and 4%. This whole summer thing is going to have me screwed. Let me explain. Back as a kid, right, I was smart, I had all A's. But one time I got a C- on a test. I didn't really know how grades fluctuated. So I thought, oh, I have an A in the class, but one C- will destroy me. So I get the C-, right? I'm just like, that little silent child rage, yeah, like that. And I would go home with the fear that I just destroyed my scholastic career in general. So I would use every single excuse in the book anytime I got like a C- or a D on a test. Well, Mom, no, everyone did bad on it. Oh no, she didn't change the grades yet. We're fine, she didn't change the grades yet. And looking back, I do think that they knew I was lying. But now I can't lie. But the problem is my lie will be the truth. Hey Mom, yeah, I know it's a C right now, but after summer ends it'll be a B+. Mom, I'm telling the truth. Mom, put it on the bill! Put it on the bill! Mom! Just like that. Look, honestly, I'm just saying nothing, right? You all have to take the standardized test. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, right? It's just that I have them all this week, so it's been stuck in my mind. But take the test, right? Do good on the test. Or you can just not do good on the test. It doesn't matter. It's not worth anything. Bye!